My friend, urgent. A lightning-fast negotiation involving the Bills has just become the #1 topic in the NFL, and the impact of this trade could be much bigger than you imagine. The Buffalo Bills have just made a silent, quick, and strategically impactful move, taking all the insiders by surprise, except us here at the channel. I got exclusive details about what's going on behind the scenes, and my friend, you won't believe what's about to happen. This is no ordinary move. We're talking about a reinforcement that could transform Josh Allen's offense once and for all. And the best part, all this at a cost far below what was expected. But before I reveal everything, leave a like and activate the bell, because this trade could be a game changer for the Bills, and you'll want to know everything before everyone else. Now stay tuned, because what I'm about to tell you will leave you speechless. Attention, Bills fans. The clock is ticking, and the pieces are in place, and the moment is here. The time to act can come now. With the 2025 season entering its decisive phase, Buffalo's offense is at a crossroads that demands quick action. After a frustrating Week 12 loss to the Houston Texans, where the offensive front failed to protect Josh Allen, who was sacked 8 times, and the offense simply couldn't get going, an unusual and promising opportunity arises, trading veteran wide receiver Brandon Cooks, a player who has accumulated nearly 10,000 titles and about 60 career touchdowns, and he would be available for very little cost. Let's break it down. Buffalo lost to Houston 23-19 in a game where Allen completed 24 of 34 passes for 253 attempts, but was intercepted twice and suffered an overwhelming blitz. The Texans recorded 28 pressures, and the quarterback was sacked 8 times, the worst performance of this type in his career. The offensive line, which defends as the team's strong point, gave way. There has been a serious regression in blocking and timing for the pass, a system that until then gave the offense the breathing room to produce before the defense needed to compensate. Yahoo Sports. In this context, Buffalo's receiving core is facing turbulence. Young Keon Coleman, a second-round pick in 2024, was downgraded to healthy scratch for 2 consecutive weeks, after missing Friday's meeting before the game and subsequently not being selected for the matchup against Tampa Bay. With injuries and inconsistency on the receiving end side, the unit has become an urgent priority. That's where Brandon Cooks comes in. There's analysis pointing to the Bills as a natural destination for the veteran, now that he's been released by the New Orleans Saints and has gone through waivers, freeing himself to continue with any team. The logic is simple. Buffalo already has a star target in Stephon Diggs and doesn't need Cooks to be the #1, but rather to work as a complementary weapon, deep and explosive, to open up the field and allow Allen to breathe under pressure. Cooks, even with a discreet 2025 season so far, 19 receptions for 165 yards and no touchdowns in 10 games for the Saints, appears as a low-risk, high-return investment. With almost 10,000 meters and 60 career touchdowns, he represents a player capable of scoring 60 touchdowns for Allen and the offense, as highlighted earlier. And what's even more attractive, he could cost the Bills almost nothing, considering he's already a free agent. But why now? The loss against the Texans showed that the offense can no longer rely on miracles. The offensive line is vulnerable. Allen was too limited, and Buffalo doesn't have the leeway to expect young players to evolve overnight. The opportunity for Cooks represents an immediate solution to the problem at the position. If time doesn't act, and quickly, it could see its playoff and Super Bowl window narrow instead of widening. Connection hook, from topic 1 to topic 2. While the addition of Brandon Cooks may provide the boost Josh Allen's offense desperately needs, we can't forget that to have a real chance in the playoffs, the defense also needs to be sharp. And that's exactly what the Bills are doing, reinforcing the defensive line with a familiar face, Shaq Lawson. If the offense gains its high-impact weapon, the defense is also arming itself to attack opponents and give Allen the necessary support. Let's see how these two moves can finally balance the tempo and take Buffalo further in the season. From the urgency, we now travel directly to the other side of the field, the defense. If the offense needs reinforcements, the Bills' defense is also under pressure. It is precisely in this scenario that Buffalo made a relevant transfer, the official signing of Shaq Lawson for the practice squad, marking his 3rd stint with the Bills. Let's break it down. Lawson was originally selected by the Bills in the 1st round of the 2016 draft, with the 19th overall pick. He spent his first 4 seasons in Buffalo, accumulating 16.5 sacks during that period. He then had stints with the Miami Dolphins, 2020, and the New York Jets, 2021. Returning to the Bills in 2022-23 before being released by the Carolina Panthers in October 2024 after only one game. Reuters. Now, at 31 years old, 6 feet 3 inches tall, and weighing 200 pounds, he signs with Buffalo to offer depth and experience to a defensive line that has already been hit hard by injuries and a reduced margin for error. Why is this move so important? The moment shows that the Bills are aware that, to make a run towards the playoffs, and perhaps beyond, they will need consistency on both offense and defense. The defensive line, responsible for generating pressure on the opposing quarterback and giving the secondary some breathing room, has been a source of weakness. In their recent loss to Houston, the offense was dismantled, but it was the defense, especially the front line, that allowed Allen to be attacked so frequently and intensely. Lawson doesn't arrive as an immediate savior, but he offers something the team needs. Someone who knows the system, has worn the same uniform, and can act as a mentor anchor for the younger players in the rotation. And in the end, in a postseason that is often decided by details, having this type of player on hand can make the difference between holding opposing units or watching the opponent run free until the end of the game. On Friday, with the official announcement, it was reported that defensive end Andre Jones Jr. was released from the practice squad to make room. BuffaloBills.com. This indicates the level of priority Buffalo is giving to the defensive line rotation, trading to secure veteran experience at a critical moment in the season. The logic for the Bills is clear. If the offense needs weapons, as we saw in Subject 1, the defense needs reinforcement, and Lawson represents a low-risk addition of depth. He's not coming to be the guaranteed starter, but to lighten the load, strengthen the backline, and be available in case of severe fatigue. And given how often Buffalo has suffered from injuries in recent years at that position, this type of acquisition makes sense. The next step for fans is to observe how this signing will be used. Whether Lawson will be elevated to the active roster, participate in snaps, or remain in the background. But the mere fact that the team is making a move is already a sign that Buffalo won't passively watch while the defensive line roars in the background, connecting the two issues, from the weapon of innovation to defensive reinforcement, the complete plan of the 2025 Bills. And here's the link between the two moves. While the signing of Brandon Cooks is about giving Josh Allen's offense an immediate boost, the arrival of Shaq Lawson is about giving immediate support to the defense, especially the line that protects the passive defense and generates impact behind the opposing line. In other words, if the offense is under fire for not being fluid and the quarterback is constantly pressured, the addition of Cooks helps the offense breathe. At the same time, if the defense proves vulnerable and inconsistent, Lawson represents the move from the other side of the field to balance the tempo. For Bills fans who want to see the team take the next step, not just reach the playoffs, but do so with renewal and ambition, these two moves are pieces of a larger puzzle. The message from management seems to be, let's strengthen every possible angle. If the offense gains a new target, the defense gains more depth. If Allen has more options, the defense hopes to reduce the time he spends under pressure. Everything is connected. Will the arrival of Brandon Cooks to strengthen Josh Allen's offense and the addition of Shaq Lawson to bolster the defensive line finally allow the Buffalo Bills to find the necessary balance for a great run towards the 2025 playoffs? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Buffalo Bills news.